Hello practice members, beginner bass players, hope you all are doing well. I am going to do a lesson with you today about octaves. An octave is a note that is 8 notes away from the root note in any given scale. So for instance, if we play a scale starting here on G, let's do the G major scale. If we count those notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The distance from the root note, which is the first note, and the last note, the 8th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's our octave. So I have a few practice videos here. I want you to look at the tablature and play around with the exercise on your own first, and then the ultimate goal is for you to be able to play with the metronome and me in time in order to get proficient at playing octaves. It is a big, important skill to be able to do as a bass player. Let's look at the octave shape. You have a root note. All you have to do is go 2 strings away. So we'll start here and you go 1, 2, and then move up 2 frets. So 1, 2, right? And that's the shape of your octave. When we play an open string and try and get an octave, the visual is a little bit different because you have an open string which you're not using any kind of finger to play it, but you're going to play open and it's still open, and the octave shape is still 2 strings away and then 1, 2 frets up. So you have an open one and then you only have to fret, use a finger for the higher octave. Now that's the first one that you play, and then all of the other notes and octaves that we're going to be playing just move up 1 fret at a time chromatically until we get to the 12th fret. So you'll have open, 2nd fret, then 1st fret and 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret and 4th fret, and we just go all the way up until we get to 12 and 14. Now, finger wise, on the very first one you'll probably want to use, obviously open doesn't need a finger. Then the 2nd fret, we're going to use our 2nd finger for it. Then we're going to reuse this pattern coming up here. You're going to use your 1st finger on F, 1st fret, and then we're going to use our pinky on the higher octave. So get used to that shape. And then once we work it up, you got 0, so open E, 2nd fret E, F 1st fret, F 3rd fret. And we're just going to walk it up. Now that concept is pretty easy. However, getting our technique to be able to perform it and play it in time with the metronome is another thing, especially as beginner players. We're still figuring out how the muscles in our hands work, and our brain is kind of learning how to communicate what we're trying to do to our body. So what we need to do is just practice it over and over and over again. Practice it on your own a little bit, and then come back to the video and test yourself. If you can play it perfectly with me, then you're making progress. If you can't play it perfectly with me yet, take a step back, study the tablature, play along on your own and get some more practice reps in, and then go back and test yourself against the video. The goal is to be able to play at all the various tempos that I provide in the video with me as perfectly as possible. At the end of this lesson, so we've got the exercise of just playing chromatic notes going up as octaves. What I've done is created a bass line that can be used in a musical situation. It will do you some good to actually hear what it would sound like as if you were playing it with a band. I've provided a backing track, and all you have to do is learn it really slow, just like we did with the chromatic octaves moving up 1 fret at a time. Learn it slow first. I've included, I think, 2 other tempos for practice purposes. And then at the end, at 150 beats per minute, you're going to play it with an actual backing track and myself with no metronome, because the drums that are included will provide the metronomic vibe. I hope you enjoy your time learning this, and it improves your playing. Remember to be patient with yourself. Take it one step at a time. Remember that, you know, if you get frustrated, being in a negative mindset will actually make it harder for you to improve or do well. So enjoying the process is a huge, huge, huge thing. Can't wait to hear you guys playing.